The chair recognizes the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Lafgreen, for 5 minutes.
Deputy Attorney General Rosenstein and Director Wray, this may be an appropriate time to make what is kind of an easy request, but could you state for the record what is the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation's policy on commenting on any matter related to an ongoing criminal or counterintelligence investigation? And does this policy apply to document production even when requested by Congress?
Yes, Congresswoman. Director Wray may be able to speak more specifically to the reasons why the FBI doesn't comment on counterintelligence investigations, but we do not discuss counterintelligence investigations or criminal investigations while they're ongoing.
Congresswoman, it's always been my experience that the Department and the FBI do not comment on ongoing investigations. There are a number of reasons for that that go back to all the days when I was a line prosecutor and long before that. They have to do with protecting the reputations and the privacy of the people who are subject to the investigation. They have to do with protecting the integrity of the ongoing investigation. They have to do with protecting the rights to fair trial when that's relevant, and there are a whole number of reasons. And when you add the counterintelligence dimension, there's the need to protect sources and methods. And one of the central learnings of the Inspector General's report, frankly, that we're here talking about with this committee is about what goes wrong when you do talk about ongoing investigations.
So these policies apply to all current and former personnel at DOJ and the FBI, as well as to the special counsel investigation, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. You know, it seems to me, I mentioned this the other day, that we are here pursuing release of information that, in my experience on this committee, 24 years on this committee and 9 years as a member of this staff of one of the members of the committee, that I've never seen this happen before. And having been given the opportunity, along with just Mr. Nadler, Mr. Goodlatte, and Mr. Gowdy, to actually read the entire application on the Carter page, the FISA application, along with the accompanying documents, took me all day. I mean, I canceled all my appointments. It's very obvious why that material should not be in the public arena. There are people, I think, who would certainly could lose their lives if their identities were made known. And it's an example of the requirement that you labor under, but also that the committee labors under. I want to mention, and Mr. Jordan is here, so he'll correct me if my understanding is incorrect, but I understand Mr. Jordan accused you, Mr. Rosenstein, on the floor during debate of threatening the HPSI staff if they attempt to hold you in contempt for failing to comply with document requests. And I think it's important we put this on the record. Have you, Mr. Rosenstein, ever threatened congressional staff, including but not limited to House Intelligence Committee staff, as it relates to requests for you to produce documents or any other matter for that?
Congresswoman, people make all kinds of allegations. And in my business, we ask, who's the witness and how credible are they? And if somebody comes forward and swears under oath that I threaten them, then I'll be happy to respond. All I can tell you with regard to that matter is that in the room at the time were 3 officials appointed by President Trump and confirmed by the United States Senate, Director Wray, Assistant Attorney General Boyd, and me. 2 former Republican U.S. attorneys were also in the room with us, Greg Brower, who at the time was serving as the legislative liaison for the FBI, and Scott Schools.
So your answer is no?
The answer is no, I have not threatened anyone.
Thank you very much. I just would like to close with this as my time is running out. It just seems to me that we are asking you to violate the policies that you labor under, and we've been doing that repeatedly. We've got the 500-page IG report. You've acknowledged the needs to improve areas. Last week we held a 6-hour hearing. Yesterday, 11 hours trying to get the FBI to violate the same policies that you are upholding today. And I think it's really not what this committee should be doing. I do not believe it is in the best interests of this country, and certainly it does not uphold and elevate the rule of law, which is what this committee should be doing and has been doing for the quarter century that I've served on it. And I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from